Hello, everybody in YouTube land, and welcome to this episode of my segment called From the Mind of an Appliance Technician. I am your host, Chris, and this is C&G Appliance Television. Thank you guys so much for being here. And with that said, let's get into the shop announcements. You know the drill by now. Okay. We got rid of that modular Whirlpool washing machine. I think I had a lady back out on me. I don't know if I touched on the modular one, but basically what had happened to this modular washing machine is it got overloaded, bacon stripped the belt all to hell, broke the plastic capacitor off of it, the motor capacitor off of its mount, and pulled a wire out the back of the connector. Redid the connector with some spade connectors, had a capacitor laying around that was good that I changed out. Didn't even have to change a shifter out on that one, so that's good. The shifters, or what they call the actuator, the part is actually called the actuator, is a very common issue on those machines. And their modular machine has started in 2013-ish, 2012, 2013-ish, and continues through to the present day. So they've changed shifter assembly. We are on the second iteration of Whirlpool's shifter assembly and actuator assembly. It includes a Hall effect sensor in it that reads RPM, and it has the mode shifter from spin to agitate. So I think I've got that sold. I was brought in place of the Maytag that I got rid of beginning of the week. I was brought another one of the same style, just a little older, same problem. We're going to have to fiddle with the motor cradle on that one. I think I can stretch the springs out. I don't know if it's already been done. I didn't really take a look at it that closely, but I think we'll wheel it back in tomorrow or so. I've got a 94 dated KitchenAid direct drive washing machine, and I love the KitchenAids. I'm a big fan of the KitchenAids because they've got that aqua colored agitator in them. So that's going to be a really cool project. That requires a little bit. I may have to swap cabinets on this one. And usually my process with that, if I ever have to do that, is I write the original model number on the back of the machine in Sharpie, where nobody's hands are going to get to it or anything like that, just so that if I ever have to go back and service my own machine, I know the model number, or somebody will know the model number that is trying to order parts for it. Because guys who are technicians, you guys out there know that model numbers are everything in our industry. With that said, that's pretty much all the machines. Oh yes, I did actually sell a hot point washing machine, and this was a 2017 model that I had gotten in trade for another one. It was actually one that got brought back to me after the 766P3A Speed Queen was sold. I don't know where it came from, but we have a technician who's around town. He's an older guy, more or less semi-retired. He's kind of, if you follow Brandon over at TMM, he interviewed a guy named Pops a while ago. This guy is my Pops. He's around the shop. He's pretty much semi-retired. He used to own an appliance store in town that was actually our competition for a while, and he is a wealth of knowledge on the old machines. He started on Frigidaire Unimatics, which I don't know if you've ever heard of those, but they're the ones that actually have that agitator that moves up and down in the center of it. Really, really cool machines. They're really, really hard to work on by today's standards. But he told me one day, he's like, I started on those things, and he says, I just thought that's the way it was, and he's like, now today's appliances are really easy. He's like, but I don't get any of the electronics or something, so if I see a super old machine that I've never seen before, I'll call him, and if he sees a super new machine that he's not really too familiar with, he'll call me. So we've got that understanding. We trade machines back and forth all the time. he'll buy a machine off of me for $100 and he'll sell it to some landlord in town here for, a couple hundred and make 100 or two off of it. So, that's kind of the understanding we have, and we get along real well, and he's just a wealth of knowledge. So shout out to my pops out there. Shout out to my version of pops, man. You know who you are. Anyway, on to today's topic. Okay. I was going to touch a little bit on the operation of the hot point machine, but I may get into that at some other point. I really wanted to get to this topic because it's one that I hold very near and dear to my heart, and that's karma. I am a very big believer in getting what you put into this world. I believe that everything comes back to you threefold. I do. I'm not the most religious person you ever met, but I do believe in God, and I also believe that God knows what's in your heart, and I believe that He sees everything that you do, and if you do something good for someone, I really think that He pays it forward to you if you pay it forward to someone. Some people call that karma. Like myself, it's just an easier way of saying it. But, okay. I'm going to get real with you guys. As a technician, if you're out there, now I know that we're very proud of our work. Okay? All of us, that's our livelihood. Obviously, we should be. I mean, and if you've put time and effort into gaining knowledge to become a technician of anything, but I'm referencing appliance repair specifically. Okay, if you've got an old lady, let's say, living by herself that needs a fridge, and her fridge goes down, are you gonna charge her an arm and a leg when it's some old lady on a fixed income? No. I hope not. Or the old lady who can't get her drawer open, let's say on the bottom of her range, because she can't get down there to see what's in the fridge, or what's in the storage drawer at the bottom of her range. You go there, you move a pan, and the pan drops, and the drawer opens. And she thinks you're a hero because of it. She's already got her checkbook out, expecting to pay you for it. What do? Do you charge her? Or do you say, no, I know what I'm doing. No, ma'am, there's no charge. And honestly, I love the look on their face when I do that. I really do. I believe that we can all voluntarily be good people. I believe, yes, there is a lot of angst, animosity, whatever negativity in the world. It's out there. It's always going to be out there. But you know what? A rising tide raises all boats. So I'm telling you guys out there who are out there grinding, doing this for a living, please have some humility and use your best judgment on hardship situations, because those are something in the appliance industry that you are going to run into. There are two types of hardship situations: honest and dishonest. Honest hardships are those old ladies I was talking about a lot of times. They're, rig workers who've been out of work, whose oil rig companies have gone under, or, anybody who is down on their luck. And you'll know those people when you see them. Honest, hard-working folks who are otherwise down on their luck. But then you've got the dishonest hardship. And you'll know that when you see it too. They're usually really, really shysty about how they're paying you. I gotta go get money from my brother-in-law or whatever. And it's like, well, you're here at like 2:30 in broad daylight, and you're walking around the house. You're perfectly able to go to work, and you've got kids running around all over the place that are supposed to be in school. Nobody's sick in the house. What are you doing? And that's just one example from a personal experience, just kind of drawn a little bit loosely from a personal experience, I guess you could say. Because I don't want to divulge too many details, but at the same time, I want everybody out there doing this to try to be good humans. Be the best technician you can by all means. Do sealed systems. Educate yourself as much as possible. But help people out in the process. Use the gifts that you have to help people out as much as you can. Because it'll all come back. You'll make it up somewhere, believe me. So I guess that's my message for tonight, guys. Be good humans to each other. Be good humans to the people you take care of. And you know what? That being a good human will come back to you in more business, because you know what? People remember that stuff. Especially in a smaller town. If you're in a place in rural America and you're out there covering several counties and you go to a bunch of little towns, help those people. And I'm not saying, don't help inner city people, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it because that's the background that I come from. That's where I am. I'm in rural America. But, anywhere you're at, guys, pay it forward. Be good humans. Love each other. I thank you guys for bearing with me and listening to me ramble. Thank you so much for watching. I love each and every one of you. And good night.